Hello everyone. Our today's lecture is all about enhancements and modifications. Now in some cases already SAP has already given us something. Now we have to enhance that logic according to our requirement. In that cases we will use enhancement and modifications. Now what is the difference between enhancement and modifications? In enhancement we are enhancing the SAP logic in customer namespace or in Z namespace. By the term customer namespace means its name either starts with Z or either starts with Y. Now what is modification? In case of modification, we are enhancing the SAP logic in SAP namespace. So in our customer based requirement, sometimes we have to enhance the SAP logic. So we can enhance the logic with the help of enhancement and with the help of modifications. Now in SAP we have total 4 types of enhancement and modifications. First one is our implicit and explicit enhancement. Second one is our customer exit. Third one is our user exit, and last one is our body. Among these, our implicit and explicit enhancement, customer exit and body, these all are enhancements, and user exit is a modification. Now we will firstly start with implicit and explicit enhancement. So for this I am moving on to transaction code SE38, which is the transaction code for the report. I am displaying the already created program Z-string underscore operation. Now what is implicit and what is explicit enhancement? Now in case of implicit enhancement, the enhancement point is given by the SAP. We only have to implement that point. Now in case of explicit, we have to create the point also and we have to create the implementation also. In case of implicit enhancement, we only have to create the implementation. Point is already given by the SAP. But in case of explicit, we have to create the point also, we have to create the implementation also. Now we will firstly start with implicit enhancement. Now we have already discussed in case of implicit, the enhancement point is already given by the SAP. Now how we can check the implicit points which are available in the program? So we will go for edit, we will go for enhancement operations, we will go for show implicit enhancement options. Now see, this last line is automatically coming. So this is our implicit enhancement point. Now in every case, always implicit point is always available at the start of the program or at the last of the program. In case of this program, the implicit point is available at the last of the program. Now point is already given by the SAP. We only have to create the implementation. So how to create the implementation? So for creating the implementation, we will firstly go for enhancement mode. This is the button for the enhancement mode. So I will go for this mode. Now I will right click on this enhancement point. I will go for enhancement operation. I will go for create implementation. Now I will give some name to the implementation. I am giving the description as implicit enhancement. Now I will click on the OK button. I am saving this as a local object. Now this is the space where we can write our logic. Now I am checking for the syntax. Now I am activating the enhancement. Now one important point is that At a time only one thing will be in the change mode. See, at this time enhancement is in the change mode. If you want to go for this change button, yes, now our this upper logic is in the change mode and this lower logic, enhancement logic, is in the display mode. If you want to switch on to this enhancement mode, you have to firstly go for enhance button. You have to right click, you have to go for enhancement operation, and you have to go for change implementation. Now this logic is now this part is again in the change mode. Now suppose we are displaying the output write LV underscore final. Now if I want to change this output, so what I will do, I will create the enhancement point at the last of the program. I will display the enhancement point and I will create the implementation and I will write the logic there. Suppose I want to display the output, one more output, suppose I want to display 1. So I will check for the syntax. Now I am activating the program. Now I am pressing enter. Now if I am checking for the output, now see, after the date 1 is the coming in the output. Previously this is only the output. Now I have displayed this output with the help of enhancement, or specific implicit implementation. We have created the implicit point at the SAP has already given the implicit point at the last. We have only created the implementation and we have written the logic there. Now we have done all this process in customer namespace, in customer program, that z string underscore operation. Now whenever you will receive some requirement, suppose I am moving on to transaction code SC37. Now suppose I am displaying SAP function module reuse ALV grid display. Now if you want to add some logic into this SAP function module, so how you can do? You will go for edit, you will go for enhancement operation, you will go for show implicit enhancement options. Now point is already given at the last and point is already given at the top. You can implement these points, just we have created in z string underscore operation program, and you can write the logic in this implicit enhancement, in this implicit implementation. Rest we will continue in the next lecture.